Ich war kein Football class, we're here to light the fire. Spitting facts and stats, you know we never tire. Bringing the heat up, that passion won't retire. Busting through the mic, our voices never expire. We ignite the spirit, never fading out. Light the torch, USC fans rise up high. On this podcast, we aim for the sky. Knowledge and entertainment never lie. Together we stand, let the truth amplify.
What's going on, Trojan fans? We are back and we are live, and we just beat our little brother. So I feel hopefully they don't snitch on us to mom that we beat their ass. But yep, we beat UCLA 4's down. Like whatever. Like I don't. Yeah, and I hope Deshaun Foster sees our show and blocks us because he's been on a blocking spree of his own fans. But yeah.
Hey, Deshaun Foster, I got something for you.
Shit.
Go scream, do more work. It might make you feel better.
I wonder how those 400 recruits felt about your game. So
700.
700. My bad.
Don't undersell the UCLA football programs, Billy.
All right. So, but yeah, we're coming off a victory, 19-13 over our little brothers here. So, of course, we got the crew here. We got B Jones to my right. Say what's up, B Jones.
What's up, B Jones?
Good job. Thanks. All right. Then we're switching it up, I guess, today. We have Raul in the bottom right corner here. Say what's up, Raul.
What's up?
All right. And Gunnar Atterbury, views from the stands. Follow him on his YouTube channel, and also follow him on Twitter so you know when we are going live on our Twitch channel. So how's it going, Guns?
Doing good. What's up?
It's going all right. And we already got a Trojan, a famous Trojan fan in here. We have 916 in here, Sacramento Trojan. So shout outs to him. And yeah, so
give him a
follow. If you're not following him, I don't know what you're doing. But yeah, all right, guys. So let's talk about this game. So we're gonna start with our pregame here. So we got our pregame. Mr. B Jones is gonna give us the recap.
Well, to start with the final, that's the obvious. The final score was 19-13. We did pull off the victory. It was not a pretty one, and we'll get into that later. But we did manage to pull it off, man. So that means for us, we are now bowl eligible. We are waiting to see officially what bowl we'll be in. But right now, we will be in the. It sounds like we're going to be in the Sun Bowl, which is in El Paso, Texas, the beautiful city of El Paso. But back to the game, man. We did have some standouts. Makai Lemon showed us what he could do, man. Just being the all-around football player that he is.
My MVP.
What's that?
My MVP.
You're giving away a little early, ain't you?
Well, no, I picked him for that from our pick out on Wednesday.
Got you. Yep. So he balled out, of course. Jaden Mayava, he had a fairly decent game, and we will talk about that as well. But he did show improvement from last game. Another standout, Woody is, of course, Woody. He did Woody things, of course. And yeah, man, I mean, we did leave a lot to be desired on this thing. There's a lot of question marks regarding play calling, and we will get into that a little further soon as well. But overall, we got the victory. We can't complain about that. We did manage to pull it off. But there's a lot we need to work on, and fast and quickly, that we cannot take into this next game against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. So that's it. Let's move forward.
All right, guys. All right, great. Thanks for the recap here, B Jones. So our first quarter, we're going to be talking about. We worded this a little bit, so hopefully it's not too bad here. So first quarter is offensive grade and constructive feedback. All right, so you know what? I'll let B Jones start this one off here. So
Wow.
give us your offensive grade and constructive feedback.
You sure?
No, I'm not sure, but I'm
All right, man. I will try my best to be somewhat
constructive.
Positive. Okay, constructive. I won't just go in like I want to, but yeah, like I said, it was not pretty, man. I would give them a grade of a C minus, and to be honest, it has nothing to do with the players, and that's the worst part. Truth is, it's the same thing. I'm gonna say this, and I know my boy 916 would agree because he posted it as well. Exactly what I was thinking. Regardless of who was at quarterback yesterday, whether it's Miller or Jaden Mayava, it would have been the same result, right? It wouldn't have been pretty, like the result was we won. Thank God for that. But we should have blown them out, simple and plain. We just should have blown them out. The red zone play calling is just atrocious. It makes zero sense at all to be throwing fades to anyone other than Jacoby Lane and Deuce Robinson in the red zone. 1, 2. I don't know why we decided to do it over and over again when it wasn't working. 3. There was a time where Jay Toya, their best defensive lineman, former Trojan, we know the guy, was out on a couple plays during the red zone, and we still decided to throw fades instead of running down their throat, which made no sense. Oh, and don't forget to mention, it rained a little bit last night, so it was a little wet out there, and we still decided to throw the ball in the red zone. What is it going to take for Lincoln to get a power run game in the red zone? And to be honest, this is the flaw of every air raid coach. They can get you there, but they will always struggle punching it in. We saw it. How many times did we see it with Graham Harrell? Right? And what was his excuse? Oh, that's not what we do. Yeah, we also didn't win games because of that. And it's the same thing over and over, man. So I don't know how else to see it. How else to say it. I'm sorry. But my suggestion is, because we are being constructive, right? My suggestion is you line up under center. You get you practice that this very week, you work on red zone. Line up under center. If you're not, I would even put, this is me, you guys may disagree. I would put Amos Talalele at fullback. Either at fullback or tight end. I'm going to put him at tight end, motion him, wherever hole you want to hit, you snap the ball. When he's there, you run up his back. You got big Amos coming through the hole, and you got big Jaden Mayava to punch it in. Or even Woody Marks. Here's another thing. Woody has shown the scouts that he can do everything else, but we still don't know if Woody can punch it in the red zone, and it's not even Woody's fault. Lincoln, do Woody the favor and let him show the scouts that he can punch it in the red zone. All right, ran over.
Oh no, that I don't feel like that was around. I felt like that was good. That was very. I'm proud of you, B Jones. I'm proud of you. But now you have to close the sandwich though. You started off good. Now you have to close the sandwich now. Positive sandwich.
And that wasn't positive? Okay. Well, the O-line is much improved.
There you go. I was waiting for that.
Shout out to Zach Henson. That's a whole conversation in itself that we
Josh Henson?
Is that what I said?
You said Zach.
You said, but
well, shout out to him too.
All right. All right, B Jones, you good?
Yeah, for now.
All right, we'll move on. Okay. Raul, give us your offensive grade and constructive feedback.
so I'll be more positive just because B Jones pretty much said all the topics that we can get feedback on. I'm just gonna say this: we know that this team, give us a heart attack or a migraine or two throughout the game, but we got the W versus our rivals. few weeks ago, we were all potentially saying, are we even going to be able to beat UCLA? Since they were trending in the right direction, we were trending in the wrong direction. So just that alone, we got the W. We got the bell back to come back to Troy. So with that being said, we got a lot of things to be happy about this weekend. And offensively, I'll give our team probably I'll give them a C. Just they did enough to get us a W, but they left a lot of points on the table,
Yeah.
like a lot. And kind of what B. Jones said, I'm not even blaming the players because the players, for the most part, did what they have to do. It's just Lincoln Riley needs to take accountability and say, hey, you know what, I kind of screwed up here. What the hell was I thinking? Calling fades in the red zone over and over and expecting it to work. Like, if things aren't working out, get a little creative in there and just switch it up, and he's going to have to do that next week if we want to be able to beat Notre Dame, because Notre Dame's not going to allow us to get that W if, we play the same game we did this past week. So, that's my constructive feedback for Lincoln Riley is, take some accountability, Lincoln. I still think, you can be a great coach and can take us to the promised land, but you got to take some accountability when you have to. And I hope you learn from your mistakes, man, because UCLA or Notre Dame's not a UCLA. We're gonna have to play our best ball to be able to win this upcoming week.
All right. Guns.
Yeah, guys. So first off, I just want to say I'm thankful that we got our first road win. I'm thankful that we beat the Little Brothers, and we got the W. Especially after a week where the flu attacked the team. There was 27 players out on a Tuesday practice. That does not sound good. So I mean, to me, that definitely played a factor in this game. That's just how I'm looking at it. From the offensive side, I agree with the grades. C minus there, and just my thoughts and feedback is there was no consistent play. The flow and the rhythm just wasn't there all night long. In terms of play calling and whatnot. And then when we did get good plays, we got to the red zone. It just, we continued to kind of throw the ball and not run the ball. I was kind of surprised we didn't do, more RPOs, read options, even the triple option, I guess you can call it, that we ran fourth down last week. That would have been great in the red zone in particular. So, that definitely needs to be improved moving forward. Next week into the bowl game, into the next year. So that's just my thoughts. But I'm always happy that we got a W, especially against the Little Brothers. So can't be losing to that running backs coach. So
yeah,
very happy.
All right. Really quick, give a shout outs to our newest member here, Christian Ragland. Appreciate you showing the support. Appreciate the dono. But yeah, I'm gonna give us a C minus. Like that, like it's the lowest of lows that I can give them at this point. What happened to the Lincoln Riley from last week? What happened to you? Like you called such a great game last week, and why did you revert? Did you think that you had Miller Moss in the game or something? Because it just didn't feel like you were playing to Jaden Mayava's strengths. Because it wasn't like the most unbalanced kind of passing to rushing ratio, but still, like we need to really showcase Woody, because he's literally the best player on this team. He's the best player on this team, and we need to showcase him like he is the best player on this team. And yeah, it's just really frustrating that we can't seem to consistently show him off, and because he's going to be playing in the next level, and we need to make sure that we have all the tape available for him so that he can be the first running back taken off the board. because I believe he has the ability to be the best running back in this next coming draft because he can do it all. He's our leading receiver. He's our leading rusher. So we need to showcase that. But on a positive note, Elijah Page has been playing his ass off since we kind of laid into him a little bit with some of the situations going on because he that Michigan game was atrocious. But ever since then, he's woken up and he's been one of the best tackles the second half of the season. So appreciate that. And Emmanuel Pregnon, he's still the best guard in all of the nation. I'm saying that right now. Like this man, he does not give up anything. So
That's a fact.
but yeah, like and shout outs to Jacoby Lane for that insane concentration and that one fade in the end zone that actually worked. So that was insane concentration. He had to double catch that, and so shout outs to him. But we need the Lincoln Riley from the Nebraska game because that's what's going to win. That's what's going to win us against Notre Dame. Not that this play calling is not going to win against Notre Dame.
We need the Lincoln Riley from Oklahoma.
Yeah,
That's what we do.
Yeah,
for 2022 Lincoln Riley.
or even the first year Lincoln Riley.
Yeah.
Right.
But really shout outs to our offensive line. There's still some hiccups here and there that can cost us, but we definitely have players coming in for that. So, but yeah,
What do you guys think? Why do you guys think Lincoln Riley just reverts back to not running the ball? Like, what is it? Like, what do you guys think?
I'm glad you asked that because Jaywalk actually brought up a point that I never even would have thought about, man. And that's what Jaywalk does. So he said something along the lines of Lincoln may feel some type of way about getting Travis Dye hurt and costing him his draft position.
Oh, so he doesn't want to overwork them.
Right. And I never thought of that prior to Jaywalk saying that. It kind of makes sense. But at the same time, you can't think that way.
Yeah.
You know? It's like
The moment you start getting it in your head, that's when you start losing.
Exactly. But that definitely made a lot of sense to me, though. That could be it. Because Lord knows I can't figure it out.
Yeah, like I just don't get. He's the best running back that we've had since Ronald Jones, and
Yeah, I mean, Woody Marks is a beast, man. Like, I don't think he's just our best offensive player. I think he's one of the best offensive players in the nation. Like, period.
like he's the most underrated one because no one gets to see him.
Like Woody Marks should be in the Heisman running. Like if he would get the ball 20 plus times every single game, he deserves to be in the conversation of like the Heisman because I'm pretty sure he would put up those Heisman numbers.
If we gave him the Ashton Gentry or Ashton Genty kind of treatment, he would be because they lean on Ashton
As they should. Why not?
because he's literally the best running back right now based off stats. I think if we did that with Woody Marks, he'd be up there. I think he'd be over 1,500 yards right now, easily. Like there's some games that he easily should have had more touches, and he was doing great. Like that. What was that one game that he just started running the ball in the second half? The one that we kept telling him to run the ball. Washington. He probably would have had 200 rushing yards in the Washington game if he started rushing the ball in the first half.
Yep.
And we probably would have won that game. But yeah, all right. So any other constructive feedback we would like to provide for the offensive side, or are we good to move on to the second quarter?
Yes, receivers, please catch the ball. It's kind of like your job, the whole reason why you're on the field.
Yeah.
You gotta do that.
Well, the thing about it is though, like they would be holding our receivers for like 5 seconds just to.
I hear you, but that's been the case all year. The Big 12, in the Big Ten.
Yeah,
They don't
but
call.
I'm just saying, like the one on Makai Lemon that he dropped should have.
I mean, they were holding him for like 3 seconds.
That was blatant.
They were literally like tackling him like 5 seconds before the ball even got to him. Just like, and even Kyron Hudson, Jacoby Lane, even Deuce Robinson, like there were so many like flagrant, and like you could see in the background of them doing the replay of the freaking refs just doing this, looking at him, and like that's good.
Since we're speaking of Big Ten officials, get your ass out the way, man. What was that, man?
What play was that on?
Oh my God!
Second drive of the game, I think.
Was it?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
It was Lake early. I think it was
Oh,
early in the
yeah.
first half. Definitely in the first half. Yeah, that ref, man, he was placed perfectly. Yeah, for the defense.
It made no sense. I'm like, what are you doing there, man? Like, why are you on the field?
I know they say the refs are part of the field, but come on,
hell, man, that's something got to change with that.
Yeah,
it's like why is he lined up there? Get the fuck out the way, man. Like,
okay, see, you know what's going to end up happening one of these times? Like, if I know that there's if I was the person, I just truck stick to the ref at that point. Like, oh, sorry, you were in front of me. You're in the field.
You said if I was a person?
Yes, not a person. I'm superhuman. No,
Okay.
and like literally, that's the most stupid thing that you can do is that the ref is part of the field. Like, but they're literally, they see the ball coming at them and they don't even bother to move.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, like they're not even calling the plays. Like, so why are you even in there for? Like, if they're holding us,
they're there for
whatever. They still don't call it. So like, get the hell out the way at the very least.
They're there to make our life miserable. Like, they're not just. I'm not saying that it's just us. They're making everyone, like the Big Ten officials. I didn't think they would be this bad, but they're
Hey,
bad.
if you really, yeah, they are. If you really think about it, though, like that play, I mean, it was in the red zone. So like, why was the ref even in the end zone? Like,
Yeah, like
he
he
should
should
have
be in the
been.
back
He
of
should
the
have
end
been toward like the back of the end zone.
That's exactly my
It's
point.
very, very interesting. I just really kind of just thought about that.
Did
Really
you just
didn't
like
realize that
randomly
I
just
guess
start walking in the middle of the fucking? Oh, sorry, in the end zone? Like, why are you there?
Yeah.
Made no sense, man. Well,
But yeah, shout out to the O line. They've been playing a lot better for sure, though.
All right, so moving on to the defensive side of the second quarter, the defensive grade and reaction, the strength of our team. Let's go with Guns.
Oh man, not good with grades, but I mean, I'm gonna say A minus. So hopefully that's not too high. I don't think so, but or not too low either. But I mean, they played lights out. I mean, they really showed up for Lynn and the staff. There was definitely some missed assignments and whatnot, but I mean that's just part of the game. Back-to-back games we've had 5 or less missed tackles, which is like a record or whatever for Lincoln, and basically we're on a pace to have under 100 missed tackles. Someone can quote me on that, but basically, and that hasn't happened in even before Lincoln was here. So I mean,
I didn't even know that was possible.
Definitely a big improvement. I mean, there were some situations that we let go of some plays in the running game, but again, I mean, it's gonna happen. But at the end of the day, we showed up when was needed. So, and that's all I really care about. So excited for the future. I keep saying this every episode, but yeah, this team, this defense can be special.
Yes, it can be. All right, Raul.
I'll agree with Guns in terms of the grade. I personally had it either at a B plus, A minus, and if I have it at a B plus, it's just because of the big plays that they ended up giving, which was that long run, and then I think, two really big catches. But we can't expect our team to play perfect or our defense to play perfect the entire game. There are solid players on the other teams as well, so that's bound to happen. So, I think our defense is capable to do a lot more. So that's the reason why I give it a minus or a B plus.
All right.
The D line stepped up. They applied pressure on Ethan Garbage. I said that right? B Jones.
Yeah.
Ethan
No,
Garbage.
that sounds right.
Okay. Yeah, thought so. But yeah, the D line stepped up. I'm really proud of them. They held up when they needed to. They got a big stop on that 4th and 1 to get us the ball. So I think it was Kobe Pepe, right? Yeah, shout out Kobe Pepe. I've been telling you guys it's Kobe Pepe season. So
Yep.
he stepped up for us big time this entire year. So good work, and just excited about the future as well. Cam Fountain looked really good out there. Sam Green. It doesn't seem like he had an injury at the end. I think some of you guys were saying that his knee looked a little, or he landed on his knee bad or something. But it seems like he's good. And just the rest of the guys, they stepped up. So good work, guys, and keep it up. And let's play even better next week.
Absolutely.
All right, B Jones.
Yeah, I have to agree with Guns and Raul with the grade, man. A minus. Like Raul mentioned, man, Kobe Pepe. Nobody believed when we said it, right? Right, Raul. We all said it here at Like the Torch podcast. We said it. Watch out for Kobe Pepe this season, especially Raul. I give credit to Raul, man. He was the main one pounding that table, and he's exceeded expectations for sure. So shout out to Kobe Pepe. I would have liked for us to have gotten more sacks, even though we did have 3 and 3 TFLs. I think we definitely should have gotten more, considering that they were down to their 4th string left tackle, who only has a year of ball under his belt.
Yeah, ever. Didn't even play high school.
Right. So I mean,
shout out to ask his mom if he could play football.
Right. Shout out to him for making it to Division 1.
Yeah, good for him.
Oh, but come on, man. And that's been the struggle for us all season. There's been a player that I've been calling out, and it's still getting the same result, man. I'm not even gonna mention the name. You guys know if you've been watching the show. But the young guys did do their thing, man. Braden Shelby with a sack, Cam Fountain with a sack, and Nate Clifton with a sack. And I believe, I'm sorry, did we have 4 sacks? I think we have 4. Easton got one with a big hit, man. Shout out to Easton. Matter of fact, that is well, we'll get into that later. We'll get into that. But yeah. So yeah, like you said, there's room for improvement, but the future is looking extremely bright, especially on the defensive line. Shout out to Coach Nua and Coach Henney. Of course, linebackers played very well. Desmond Stevens looked good out there as well. And Mason Cowell, there's a few things we got to talk about, buddy. Stay on your feet, man. You hit the wrong button.
Yeah.
He's supposed to hit square. He hit triangle, man. Jumped up.
He was in good position. He just
great position, man.
And then he needed to get that pick, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to hang on to that.
Yours, Cop. I picked it as my defensive MVP, man. That would have helped.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he's all right. I know he was a little shaken up on that play, but
I thought that was an interception. Did he not have control of it or something?
Debatable.
Okay. But I'll give my offensive grade. I'll say, or it's not offense, defensive grade, a B plus. They did give up some big plays, especially that number 7 dude. That number 7 was tearing our secondary apart, and he was like, they were in good position, but he was just making some good plays.
Yeah.
So shout outs to him, I guess. But Yeah, like the run defense was a little suspect at the very beginning. They were hitting some big run plays on us, but when it really mattered, the bend don't break. They held them to 13 points, and we gave them every opportunity to get in there, and our defense held up. Shout outs to all the underclassmen really stepping up. Sam Green spying Ethan Garbage at the very end to seal the deal. Like that was a great play by him. He's definitely going to be a huge part of this defense next year. Our edge rushers are looking good. Like once we get Anthony Lucas back, and then Brandon Shelby really stepped it up in this game. Glad to have him back healthy. And Cam Fountain and Sam Green are they're killers. They're going to be good. So I'm really that position group I'm demanding it to be better next year. There's no excuse at this point. Like you guys are getting the experience next year. Like this should be our strength of our defense next year. Should be the rushing, the edge rushing. But other than that, Easton had a great game. Some pretty huge sacks in there, or not sacks, some huge hits. And other than that, other than some kind of egregious missed tackles that happened in there, I'm guessing that are part of the 5 that are in there. It's just like, other than that, it was a very solid game for this defense, and I'm glad that Dan Lynn was at the helm of this, and he really turned this defense around.
Yep.
All right. Anything else that we want to add on to the defense? Chat, let us know. Sorry, we haven't really been communicating with you guys. We saw that Evie said that defense is a B+/A-, which is pretty much what everyone was giving us here, or everyone on the panel has given. Let us know you guys' thoughts on the offense and defense in the chat, and we'll highlight those here. But really quick, Quinn Taylor says, "Why all the Mayava hate BC?"
He's asking from the fan base. He said that is coming from the fan base.
The fan base is the fan base, and the people that don't really follow this, that they just see what they see on the field, is kind of just a hit or miss. That they want instant gratification, and it's just, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. The fan base is kind of up and down. If there's a bad play, then they really focus in on that bad play. And then when they see a good play, they're like, "Oh, we got to walk it back."
Here's the thing, man. First off, let's taper our expectations, because although he gets the Caleb comparison because they have a similar play style, he's not Caleb.
Yeah.
If he was, he would have been starting right away.
Yep.
So now he has potential. Of course, he shows us flashes of the potential all the time. Every game he's played so far, wow, okay.
Yeah,
this guy can really be something, but he's not there yet. He's not at that something yet.
And then he's also being held back by some of this play calling.
Absolutely. Now we're not playing to his strengths, as we mentioned earlier, and that is the issue. That is the issue. So regardless of who is that quarterback, if you're not going to play a call to their strengths, this is pretty much what we've seen all season. Regardless of who is that quarterback, then it don't even matter. No one's going to look great. So,
yep. And I personally think Mayava looks good out there. I mean, can he do better? Sure, but it's not like he's doing terrible. I don't think he threw like a terrible pass yesterday that you can say, what the hell was he was.
He did better at protecting the ball. He didn't really put in too much harm.
Matter thinking, right? So I thought he improved from the first game.
It's active.
I personally would like to see him get up the field when he scrambles instead of scrambling in the backfield this whole time. Just pick up the yards on your feet. But aside from that, man, I don't have any real criticism. Oh, and his clock needs to speed up too. I get it. He come from a group of 5. Clock's a little slower, but this is G5 ball, man. It's a little faster pace. You gotta get that ball out. Even on the dump offs to the running back, man, it still seem like there's a little hesitation. Getting the ball out a little slow. So if he can speed that up, man, just for this next game, that would make a whole world of difference.
Yeah, and
Maybe tempo could help too. I mean, that's something we kind of did with Nebraska.
yeah,
I think that really bodes well with Jaden. I think he probably would prefer more of the tempo, I would say. So yeah, let's see. If that's what we can get from him or
yeah.
from
Like,
the team.
besides the incompletions, I think he did a better job at fielding the ball. Like he was definitely doing like protecting the ball was a lot better. So he just needs to be helped out with his play calling, because Lincoln Riley's not doing him any favors.
But on
One
a
thing
good
I'll
note,
say-
man, go ahead.
I would just say one thing I wanted to say about my Alves, just have more confidence on your runs, man. Like once
Your
the
legs.
pass, yeah, like if the pass is not there, just tuck it and run. Like you have the ability to get a few yards, and make it a positive play rather than just throwing it away. Because I think there was a few times during the game he could have just tucked it and run and get some positive yardage.
Yep.
Yeah.
But one
Yeah,
thing
my
is,
first thought though with that was maybe it's the coaching. Like maybe he's being told, in the throughout practice, hey, I want you to stay in the pocket. Like I don't want you to, because there were times he could have ran. So I personally, and this might sound weird, but I prefer it to be, I guess, the coaching than the player. I'd rather the player want to do those things regardless. Like have that mentality, I guess is kind of what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
So I really hope that he's just like listening to the coaching and not he doesn't have that mentality, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So yeah.
gotcha. It could either be that, or it could be that he's trying to prove that he can be a pocket passer. So I hope that's not the case. I think you should play your game, Jaden.
Yeah.
So I mean, we've seen that from a quarterback before. But
All right. We should move forward.
Hold on. One thing I can't say about Jaden, man, we see once again him hit his receiver in stride, which is something that we hadn't seen prior to that. Not a knock on Miller. Miller's thrown some great balls too.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we see it, man. It's there. We just got to bring it out of him. And
Yeah.
It's a matter of how fast he's going to do it.
I guess one thing I'll probably add to that, he needs to know when to not throw like a rocket all the time. He needs to know when to like give it a nice little soft touch, like over the shoulder. But a lot of the time, I feel like he's really just trying to force it in there all the time. So he needs to be better about evaluating his trajectory of the ball.
Yeah.
But all right, let's move on to recruiting with guns. So we do have some updates on the recruiting side of it here. So go ahead.
Just a couple updates. One small one. Ty Jackson, our current commit out in Florida. He did visit over the weekend to the Florida Ole Miss game. He's visited in the past, which we've mentioned. I believe he did the Miami game. We'll just keep you updated on what happens, right? I mean, we wanted to let you know because actions speak louder than words. Our good friend Ken said that. So we're 2 weeks away from early signing day. So this is a big thing. So we'll keep you updated and see what happens there. But the last update, and it's a great update, Nila Tupo, I'm probably saying that name wrong, and I apologize, my friend. Out of Folsom, California. He's a two-way player, tight end, and an edge player. He has flipped to USC from Utah. He will be playing tight end for us. So big-time guy and another Folsom guy. The pipeline's growing, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, we flipped him from our old friends, the Utes.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we're getting some more in-state talent. This is definitely good.
Absolutely. And if you guys were wondering, Ryder Lines was excited about this. He put on his Instagram. The Folsom pipeline's different, so would be nice if we can get that Sharma guy, but I'm sure sure there's not really a connection there and all that, but yeah, that would be really nice. But yeah, anyway, what are your guys' thoughts on recruiting? If you guys have any questions? But yeah, those are just small updates. We'll obviously have a big one on the preview show.
Hey, Dijon Lee, come home, man.
Come on,
Yeah.
man.
You know what happened to Bama?
I'm hearing
Yeah.
that we don't have much of a shot based on what I'm hearing, but I'm gonna keep him on the table, man. He needs to know there's love at home.
Yeah, like, come on, man. Like, you
We
want to
talking about
stay home.
Dijon?
Yeah,
Yes.
Dejan.
So this is interesting. So just
that is
recently,
good,
I found out. So the kid is looking potentially to maybe go to a different school. He's going to be visiting Auburn this weekend,
Really?
I believe. Yeah, from according to Rivals, and I'll try to find that tweet and everything. But I just find it interesting that happened after we all kind of were the fan base. Is all about we want, Dijon. He responds, he's and all this stuff. So we'll see what happens.
I wonder
with
how
him.
the
Yeah.
coaches are. I wonder if the coaches are keeping up with him or not. At
Well,
this
I'm
point.
gonna say this then, Trojan family, do not stop the movement. Keep the movement
Exactly.
going. The DW say
Exactly.
if we want him
Exactly.
home, so keep
Yeah.
that thing going, man.
And this goes to the players and the coaches. We got to put pressure on the coaches to go after these young studs out here in Cali, man.
Yeah. Hey, we saw what
Okay, he'll be at
Michigan
Bam.
was
Okay.
We saw what Michigan was able to do. They kept putting the pressure on Underwood, and look what happened. So USC Priority says that he'll be at Bama for the Iron Bowl. So
Okay.
and it's very unlikely to flip. But hey, keep
Hey,
pushing.
try.
You never know.
You
try.
never know,
Yeah.
exactly. You never know. We might drop a bag last minute. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be the one position group where you need a guy like that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially after we lost Duty or whatever his name is. So
You know his name, man.
huh?
You know his name, man. Now all of a sudden you don't know the man's name.
Arno, dude. Arno, dude.
Who?
His one of the replacements. We'll talk again more on Wednesday, but he'll be likely visiting this weekend. So stay tuned for that.
All right, so third quarter here, we'll get through this here so we can get some fan interaction here. Third quarter offensive and defensive play of the game and MVP. So we'll go with Guns for the first one.
All right, I'm just gonna say my MVPs. Offense. I'm gonna give it to Hudson. I mean, this man's just like Mr. First Down, like reliable. Like when we need a first down, I just feel like we go to this guy a majority of the time, and he's Mr. Reliable essentially in that space. So I gotta give it to him. Defense, and I believe someone on the panel called this as a preview show. Could be wrong, but Easton, man, he's gonna be my MVP defensive. Got the sack, got the tackles. I mean, he was balling. He was playing with an edge. We thought for a second maybe he was gonna, get like a 15-yarder just because he was playing hype. So gotta give it to those guys. And some plays, correct? Just to confirm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go
Some
for it.
plays. I mean, I got to give it to that Lemon play. That was a pretty good play. That was just a laser over the middle, in stride, going between the two safeties. And then obviously defensive play, you got to go with the 4th and 1. Obviously, can't go wrong with that, man. That was that got me going late at night. So yeah, but that's me.
All right, B. Jones.
I'll start with offense first. I'm gonna have to say you guys banned me for saying Woody, so I think I gotta go with Makai, man. Gotta go with Makai. And I'm for play of the game. I'm gonna say Makai's big return. That was a big momentum booster and something we definitely needed. So defensively, I know I picked Kamari in the pregame episode, but you got to give it to Easton, man. Easton did his thing out there. He came out there thumping. So Apparently, he plays better when he's mad. So I don't know if any of your teammates is listening right now. Somebody piss that man off next week before the game. Let me know. I'll come down there and do it myself if need be.
All right. All right. Let's go with Raul.
I'm gonna go offensive MVP. I'm gonna go with Pregnon. You know, he's been reliable every game, and it's minimizing some. You know, getting Maava getting pressured, and or whoever our quarterback was. You know, he's stepped up throughout the season, so I'm gonna give the O-line some love. Offensive play of the game, I'm gonna go with Jacoby Lane's touchdown catch. If he doesn't catch that, who knows what happens? All right, so that'll be my offensive play of the game, and then defensive MVP have to go with Easton as well. He knows. Apparently, he knows what the driver he is. He was playing. He was playing very aggressive, stepped up when it mattered, and you know, shout out to him.
Hold on, bro. Can you tell me why he may know what this robbery is about?
Oh, because he local, right?
He's a Southern California kid. Played at Mission Viejo High School.
Yep, he knows all about it.
So all those 700 recruits that were out there, you guys know where to stay. You got to stay home, man. The best players from California play for USC.
That's right.
All right. So,
by the way, shout out to our starting corner on the Centaurs, Mr. USC Priority, making his triumphant return to us.
all right. So,
one as well for the defensive play of the game for me.
Who's that?
The 4th and 1 is defensive play of the game for me as well.
Okay. All right. So, I'm gonna do something different here. I'm gonna give it to Michael Lentz, our kicker, for our offensive player of the game, because we couldn't punch it into the end zone, and there was a lot of people were kind of upset with him for some kicks here, but he really showed out for it for us getting those 3 kicks for us at this point. So shout outs to him for being clutch in those situations. And then I kind of want to say something about Eddie too. Eddie Chapliski's literally like he's the best punter in the nation. He's going to be the first punter to be drafted from USC in a long time. So Eddie Chapliski's the best punter. He's going to win the Ray Guy award. I think he'll be our first Ray Guy winner. So, but
nice.
Definitely Michael Lance. He really stepped up when we couldn't punch it into the end zone. And defensive wise, yeah, how do you not give it to EMA at this point? Like that dude was showing so much intensity in this game, and it definitely he understood the assignment. Let's just say that here. He understood the assignment, and even Gentry understood the assignment. If you haven't seen some of the clips of Gentry on the sidelines, that dude was going off. So
that's why we love him.
So shout outs to him.
I got a question for you guys.
What?
Sorry. So I got a question for you guys.
What's that?
Didn't mean to cut you off. Did you want to finish?
Go for it.
So, question is, who would you say the special teams player of the game is?
The special teams player? Lance. Without him, we don't win this game.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Eddie.
Yeah.
Eddie, okay.
I'm gonna go Makai.
See how we all had 3 different answers so far. That's exactly why I asked you.
If Lance does not hit those kicks, all of it was for nothing.
Totally agree.
But
I'm just glad that he's able to make multiple 30-yarders.
Yeah.
Because in the past we weren't able to do that, especially against UCLA.
Speaking of 30-yarders.
So yeah. Oh yeah.
We'll get to that later. We'll get to that later.
No, let's just pop in.
I still need to finish. I still need to finish.
I'm on the flow, man.
No, yeah, I'm gonna ruin the flow because you ruined my flow.
You know, you hate it, man.
You ruined my flow, so I'm gonna ruin your flow here. So my play of the game, I will give that to Jacoby Lane as well, because that focus that he had on that sideline catch, he had to double clutch that, and finally a fade actually made sense there somehow. But without that, I think it could have been pretty bad. It would have turned into another field goal at that point. But and then defense, 4th and 1. How can you not put that on there? Like normally, 4th and 1 has not been too kind for us this week or this season. So I'm happy that we were able to just stonewall Ethan Garbage there. So yeah, those are my who plays the game. So now we can get back to
so back to that 30-yarder. Mr. Flores, I heard that you're gonna be kicking soon.
Yeah, I'll be kicking that 30-yarder. It should be a cakewalk.
Y'all heard it, right? Cakewalk. So
30 yards.
When can we expect this this field goal?
I think it'll be within the next 2 or 3 weeks.
All right,
I'm thinking this week. Just for the sake of it, but we'll see.
Y'all heard it here, man. Y'all heard it right here. Bro's gonna be kicking a 30-yarder.
But you guys won't be able to see that unless
you
you
see
guys,
the video to be fire, though, dude.
unless you guys are members.
So if you guys want to see if I embarrass myself or what
It's
I've
gonna be
been saying,
unedited. I'm not even going to edit it. It's going to be unedited,
Unfiltered, straight raw.
straight roll.
Hey, but you guys already know what's gonna happen, man.
All the F-bombs after he misses the first
down
contract.
the middle, 30-yarder. Pat McAfee, I want my $1 million too when it goes in.
Then we'll send this tape to Lincoln Riley for next season, and then Raul's going to get us some sideline passes.
There you go. So make sure you get that membership, man, so you can check Raul out, see if he embarrasses himself. Yeah.
Now, I have faith in Raul. He won't embarrass himself after like the first 2.
Hey,
Oh,
it can't be that difficult. I used to play soccer, so it's like I know it's a whole different ball, but once you get in rhythm, I should be okay. I got the leg for it. That's all I know.
What's rhythm then? Like, are you going to miss like a couple and then you'll be in rhythm, or is rhythm the first?
Yeah, you got this within like 5, bro.
I'm not saying I'm gonna hit it right off the bat because obviously it's a whole new different ball, but I have the leg for it, so I should be good.
So, guys, let's decide right now. How many attempts does he get?
Yeah, how many attempts do I get to get that 30-yarder?
I'll say I'll give him a solid 3. I'll give him 3. I don't know why my camera's going.
I'll stay within 5. Yeah.
5.
5.
I would say 5.
Yeah.
So
I have faith in Raul.
how many attempts does Blackie Chan get to run a 4.6?
I mean,
Can we switch it to 5.6?
just go.
5.6?
5.6?
Hey, I don't know.
You can't run a 5.6, bro. If you can't run a 5.6, man.
Then I don't even know what. Am I even running?
I mean, 5.6 is not that slow, man. For a regular person, I don't think regular person they're in the 5 to 6, right?
I mean, you should be able to outrun
I don't even know what a regular person's 40 is. I don't think anyone ever measures that.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Like for a regular average show, 5.6 should be okay.
I'm just saying, there's 300-pound.
Don't be talking about. Never mind. Don't be talking about Ken's height.
Ooh.
Oh man!
Shots fired.
Hey, as a matter of fact, we can go live next quarter, right?
What's that?
Yeah,
we go to the next quarter.
We need Ken to get in here.
Yeah, Ken, you got to hop in here. That's what the fourth quarter is all about.
All right, so now
let's
that we're gonna switch it over to here to fourth quarter here, fan interaction here, and Ken, if Ken, get in here then, get in here.
That fourth quarter, we can talk
You don't
about
have to show
whatever you
your
guys
camera
have,
or
any
anything.
topic, any topics you guys want to bring up regarding the game next week. Feel free to jump on and chat here with us for a bit.
So if you are on Twitter,
Do we
come
want?
on over to YouTube. The
We
link
should
is
talk
in the
about
chat.
that for next. We should save that for Wednesday. We don't want to talk about Notre Dame stuff right now.
All right. So
Let's talk about UCLA stuff.
All right. So if you guys are in the chat, excuse me, if you're on Twitter, come on over to YouTube. Click that link in the chat, man. You give us a call. We'll chop it up.
You don't have to show your face. You can just be on. You can just be a voice. But yeah,
Right.
any
Completely
question that you have, anything that you want to say, like if you want to challenge Raul to a kicking competition, go for it. Let us know how many times do you think Raul's going to take to get his 30-yard kick.
I'm gonna say 3 kicks. I'm gonna go 3 kicks.
See, we in Gunner trying to give you some grace, man.
Hey, I said 3.
Appreciate that.
I love the confidence, though.
I'm gonna go 3 kicks. It can't be that difficult, man. Kick that shit
You got
straight.
this too.
Boom, down the middle.
Yeah. Oh wow.
All right.
Ooh,
Hey,
fighting
Ken,
words there, Ken.
Wow. Yeah,
Ken, you gotta jump on then. You gotta jump on the stream.
Wow.
You can have your camera off, but just jump on, man.
You know, Ken should have his face on. He's been on the show before. But if we don't have anyone join by in the next 4 minutes, we'll call it quits. So yeah, but anything you guys want to add about
Gilbert put up a comment here.
this one?
Yeah.
Fight on, fellas. My only complaint is Jaden needs to take care of the ball better. He when he does scramble, he does kind of hold that ball out there, and it's very scary that just one hand just randomly just flailing in there can knock it all out. So, but Ken, come on, man. We need you on the show at least one time before the season ends.
Ken, you've been so negative throughout the game yesterday.
damn.
You gotta hop on here, man.
You had to bring that up. Huh?
Come on, Ken. You need to hop in here and
Oh
show
my
some
God.
positive vibes, man. Can't expect that. You gotta hop on, man.
I didn't even talk about that. So,
Called you out, Ken.
but
Yeah, what do you guys think about the what's it, Zachariah and Woody Marks that planted the flag?
oh yeah.
Yeah. And they did to us last year. So
They did to us last year. So
Yeah, you might as well put it on the podcast, Blackie Chen, if you have a video.
All right. I love it even more that the fact that Woody wasn't even here last year. Saw it on film and took it to heart.
Yeah. Facts.
What happened? I missed it. Sorry.
What'd you say, B. Jones?
I said I love the fact that Woody wasn't even here last year, but he saw it on film and took that to heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Woody's the greatest, man. Like that man is so he's so fun to watch, and he's such a joy to see in the interviews. That dude, he's an overall great guy, and Tamika Marks, you did a great job with him.
Absolutely.
Oh wait, did you guys see some of the comments that they were saying? Or there's this one guy been throwing some strays at Woody. Like, what the f?
Yeah, man.
Oh, the UCLA fan.
Yeah,
Yes, I know where he lives.
Yeah, he went wild. Yes, if that's the same guy we're talking about, but
So,
I looked on his Twitter.
he deleted it, I guess, and then
Dude is
like someone
crazy.
still screenshotted it, sent it to Tamika. She got it. That was free. I was like, wow.
Yeah, dude is wild, and
yeah, we ain't going for that, man. That's
The guy's a loser. The guy's a loser. Doing
Not
that
that
behind the
serious,
screen doesn't even show his face. So
all right.
yeah.
All right. So, does anybody have intel on the skirmish that took place during halftime?
The 3 personal foul penalties. I have no idea.
No.
No.
Like,
apparently a UCLA player threw like a jab, right?
They
I
used
guess. I think when someone hit Jacoby or something like that. I think I heard.
Oh,
Correct.
wow.
Yeah, snatched his thing, his, mouthpiece.
Son didn't take a nap. I'm sorry, but but I also heard that there was a coach involved.
Oh
Did you see
yeah,
that?
I kind of heard.
Oh,
Wouldn't be involved if that's
I
like
think-
one of the former guys, maybe like that Chris Carter guy or something. I don't know.
What
I'm
kind of
just
stuff
saying.
is that, man?
Huh?
It's UCLA Bruin fans. Like it's just
What?
that's how they operate.
In
Like
what
they're
world?
the most penalized team in the Big Ten. So why should we expect anything less?
Right.
Wow.
They have no
What's
uh
going on with the coach over there? No professionalism, huh?
yeah, they don't have any I don't know, standards or anything. They
Oh.
just don't
Go ahead. So,
they just don't know how to act.
yeah.
No discipline.
No discipline. There you go. That's what I wanted to say.
Yep.
They have no discipline.
Also, was that number 57 for UCLA? Gave Makai that cheap shot.
Oh,
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah,
Yeah, on the sidelines, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta look at that again.
Yeah, I think he got pushed in the back, and then the UCLA player kind of did
Yeah.
the whole.
Exactly. You know, he was running into him, so he just, gave him a little cheap shot because that's what punks do.
I'm glad our boys they held their temper.
Yeah, for the most part, man, we handled it on.
Yeah.
Hey, Jacoby was dancing on the fucking fans. I don't know if you saw that. He got the little spin move.
Yeah, I saw that.
I don't know if you guys saw the video too at the end.
Jacoby is not the one you want to troll, man.
Oh no, he will fire back at you.
we know, man. It's
Dude is brutal.
why it's like you either hate it or love it, man. Because dude is immature, but at the same time,
Yeah,
savage.
it's
trolling, doing
that's
his
not the
thing.
dude you want to troll.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think I don't know if you guys saw the video, but Cam Fountain, who else? There were all out of state guys going at the UCLA fans. It was good to see.
Good, man. Awesome.
Yeah. I'm just so glad that their idiot fans just went home so sad.
Right.
They were taunting a lot too, from what I saw from like some videos like that Eric and Rusty was posting, and like where did the fours come from? Like I don't even recall them ever having that. Have they been doing that this whole time, and I just never ever paid attention to
They've
it?
been doing it for a while.
Oh, like what does the fours even mean? Like
It's never
It's
cared.
the four letters UCLA.
what other letter has a upward point? They have the U, the two U's in the UCLA, and then the L, and then what other one goes like this? It makes no sense. Look at their stuff. It makes absolutely no sense.
What are you talking about,
Like the UCLA, because I'm assuming it's about the UCLA logo, right?
Yeah,
That's
but
why they-
it's four letters.
4 letters. Oh, okay. I was thinking of something else then.
You know, Lucky Chan.
I thought it was deeper than that.
No, it's just the 4 letters. That's all it is.
Oh.
Your math ain't really been mathing lately, man.
But hey,
No, but-
it's all right. I agree with you, Blackie Chan. It's stupid.
It really is. Like who wants to be doing this the whole time?
I don't know what's worse, that or 8-clap.
Well, they
What's
do have that
A-clap?
8 too. What's that?
What's
I don't
A-clap?
know.
That's how they start their song. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Why?
For those with no rhythm, that's how they start the song. And they decided to make that their slogan, I guess you could call it, the tagline or whatever.
Hey,
My question is,
Yeah.
do they play Kendrick Lamar's "Not Like Us" at their stadium? I hope they don't.
No, they're not eligible. They're on the other side.
they're not even from LA.
They're not like us.
They definitely not like us.
Right.
We run
From
LA.
Westwood.
All right, so no one's joining the chat here. I've put the link in there multiple times, so I think we should be all set here. So
For a few minutes or call it a day.
All right. So
Yeah,
it
we
seems
should
as if
call
we
it.
do not have any callers today.
you're frozen.
Yep.
Oh, there he goes.
There you
But
go.
what were you going to say, B Jones?
I was saying, seems as if we don't have any colors, man. So we can go ahead and wrap
Wrap
this
it
thing
up.
up.
Wrap it up. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll be here Wednesday. Maybe should we try to get someone from Notre Dame to get on here? I don't know. Maybe
We'll get to you guys. We'll let you guys know for sure.
we'll let you guys know. But
We'll decide if we want to do that or not.
yeah. But all right, guys. So we're gonna head out. We'll be back on Wednesday for our preview show against Notre Dame. Go ahead and follow our Twitch channel. That guns man's. Who are we playing this week?
Tennessee. We got Tennessee.
We got
Last
Tennessee.
regular season game. Most likely we'll be in the conference game. So, we're getting towards the end of our season here, guys. So
All
we
right,
just got a
and-
reinforcement, Christian Ragland. So just a reminder, please make sure you go DM B Jones on our Twitter account, and then he'll make sure that we get you added.
Yeah, we'll definitely make sure that guns can throw some bombs towards you. So, but yeah, all right, we'll be out of here. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel, share, do all that good stuff, and we'll be back on Wednesday. And then keep the torch burning bright, guys, and fight on.
Right on.
Right on.
Right on.